Good morning and welcome to Whipsarecracking's Racing Review Show. Today we're going to basically discuss the spring and do a bit of a wrap up on what's taken place and our thoughts on the proceedings. We'll start off with, firstly I'd actually like to thank Fairfield Heights TAB for allowing us to use their premises. It is, anyone who wants to have a punt, it's certainly the best place to be. Also, remember to bet responsibly. Now, Dean, let's look back at the spring and we'll go through a few categories. Let's do a wrap up of the Melbourne Cup to begin with. What are your thoughts on what took place on Tuesday?
Basically, all the hype surrounded So You Think, and anybody who was going to take the unders was obviously doing it at their own risk. I thought American presented absolutely brilliant in the yard, as she did in the Geelong Cup. She looks like she's getting better with every run.
He does.
He does. Sorry, it was unbelievable the way he presented, and I think the thing that you've got to look at most is where he actually settled in the race. I noticed that the jockey Gerald Mosse reviewed the last 5 years of the Cup, and I actually did that last week. And if you look where the winning horses are coming from, just as they're coming around the home turn, they're all within striking distance. And
probably 4 or 5 lengths of the lead you want to be.
yeah, well, exactly. And if you look where he was, he tracked So You Think into the race, and I think there was a bit of talk surrounding Stephen Arnold, and he didn't wait for the clock tower and so forth. But no excuses. I just think American was the better horse on the day, and it proved to be. My lucky day, huge run. I think he hit his flat spot again. I don't know whether you noticed that or not.
They say he does that every time.
He does that every time. It's something that
That's just
sort of roll. Yeah, it's immaturity.
He'll strengthen up and race more.
Looking forward to a lot of the staying races next year with my lucky day.
Agree.
BMW.
We actually discussed whether or not on our preview whether or not they should run him in there, and they'd be pleased they did now.
I think so.
It's not a bad payday running second in the Cup, is
not
it?
Not at all. So You Think, obviously, gallant third. Maybe the tough run in the McKinnon on the heavy track might have taken its toll a little bit.
Yeah.
And Zipping, what an old marvel.
Yeah.
Just unbelievable.
I could actually be critical of the ride there. As we say, he's probably, horses need to be 4 or 5 lengths or 6 lengths worse off turning for home, and he's like a conservative 10 or 12 lengths off from turning for home. What chances do you have?
Very hard.
Yeah, so outstanding. Probably should have run second, I thought, but agree. American. We both said that he was going to be an outstanding chance in the Melbourne Cup. His run in the Geelong Cup was outstanding, and in hindsight now we can look back at the Geelong Cup and see that not only American's come out and won, but Macedonian came out and won a feature over 2,800 on Cup Day, and we saw Mudre do the same yesterday. So the Geelong Cup form was the best form this spring in regards to the Cups are concerned. My lucky day, we've discussed him. He's going to be a star in the future. There's no doubt. He stays sound and keeps on improving as he should. Going out of the straight the first time, you only had to look at So You Think, and he was throwing his head around. He wasn't settling. It was a handful for the jockey to control. I think he probably lost the race in the first part of the first time round. Zipping, we've discussed him. Now I do want to mention Godolphin, well, not something. Is it Saib bin Sarur and who trains for Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum now? They keep on bringing these horses over here, and they've gone close a few times. We've Give the Slip, who was slaughtered that year when he ran second to Ethereal. It went down on the fence the worst part of the going when everyone came out wide and won. And Central Park, I think it was last year or the year before. And they've come across with Holberg this year, who's run a terrific 6th, but they've got to take a leaf out of the European books, and that is learn to give their horses a run in Australia before they go towards the Cups, and I think that would make all the difference to these horses. Holberg's run a terrific 6th, but he's been in quarantine the whole time. Now, had he run in the race like a Geelong Cup or a decent lead up to the Melbourne Cup, you'd probably find it improved 4 or 5 lengths off something like that, But he goes straight from Europe here, quarantine, into the toughest 2 mile on the planet, Give them a run before I think that's what they should be doing anyway, but it's pretty much a wrap on the Cup, I think, mate. Best horse won?
I think so.
No doubt about it. So that's it for the Melbourne Cup.